Dave.
Boys.
You say, Dave.
Oh, my God.
We're shredding. It's late. We'll try to whip through it. We'll start with you, Cheah. You just got your guts stomped on, your lungs ripped out, your team bounced from the playoffs, humiliated, emasculated. You had to sit next to that guy, Nate Dogg. I wouldn't even let him been on the stream. I texted Dan. I go, don't let him talk to Gruden. I don't want him to quit. So you had to sit there in that room with those guys and watch yourself get smashed. They took your glasses, stomped on them, took your head, gave you a swirly. So your turn to shred, Steve. Your season's over, and you're in worse shape than the Patriots. Go.
Get out of here. Ball, I mean, we got the ball 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes left. 2nd and 1. We got the ball. It's at like the 15-yard line. Can't convert. Baker looks like an early snap. Rush, nothing. Then we get the snap early. Nobody realizes it. We end up kicking a field goal, tying the game with 4:50 left, and just a disaster. Can't get off the field. I hated the officiating tonight, and I'm not saying that because, there was one call in the end zone. The chop block I thought was horrible. We got screwed on multiple penalties. The Yaya Diaby sack with the Zion McCollum holding.
You sound like horrible. A baby, Cheah. You fumbled the ball at your own 12-yard line. Through no fault.
After they stopped him on 4th and goal.
Yeah, but that's your self-inflicted errors. You can't blame it on the refs. Your guy didn't snap the ball or snapped it early. So how can you blame the refs? Every play that cost you the game was your own fault. It had nothing to do with the other team.
The worst part about it is we're dead in the water. Dead.
The worst part's your season's over.
Well, yeah, but we're dead in the water. 3 seconds left. Was it 37-yard field? Chip shot by NFL standards field goal. The guy fucking doinks it in. Come on. Not like this. Oh, this is horrible. I'll tell you a quick little
story. I don't know if you noticed that Jaden Daniels took a knee there to set up the field goal.
Yeah, you saw that with Hank.
$70,000 swing for me. I had a parlay that hit, but I couldn't lose any yards. Jaden was the last part of I needed 40 yards rushing. When he went forward, that gave him 41. The knee took him back to 37. Coach, long day. Long day for you in the gambling.
Long day for me, Dave. I'm learning a lot here in Chicago. I will say this. I learned a great deal over these last 3 days. I had a blast. I am just disgusted. As you said, failing to hand the ball off on your own 12-yard line, you deserve to lose. And then it's 3rd and 1. You try to get tricky with some kind of hard count. You lose 4 yards. It costs you another 4 points. Horrible. But let's change the subject if we could. Let's talk about the Steelers losing 5 straight games, getting punched out, and really the Chargers' pass protection, 4 interceptions by Justin Herbert. They got drilled. There's a lot to shred tonight, but I agree with you. We let that game go. We just gave it away tonight.
What do you think on it, Herbert? From what I know of you, I would have thought you to be a Herbert guy because he's a tools guy. Everyone talks about his tools. I hate his guts.
I'm a big Herbert guy, but be honest with yourself. I think everybody, they have Fisk and Matt Maddox, some defensive lineman playing. They have no weapons. Quentin Johnston, 0 catches. Their pass protection, they got their asses kicked by Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. They couldn't protect, and Herbert did not play well either, but you got to give Houston some credit. They took it to the Chargers.
Guy. Everyone talks about his tools. I hate his guy.
I didn't like him in the game at all either.
14 for 32, 242 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions was matches.
We can play my rant. I was so mad, but the play, I'll grant all that. The play, though, it's 6-0. They get a turnover on the plus 40 side. He scrambles 10 yards to one sideline, stops, throws 40 yards across his body into double coverage interception. That was the game. Play my rant. I was that mad.
Listen, I need to shred Justin Herbert. I'm sick and tired of people like Coach Gruden. And I don't even know what Coach Gruden thinks of Herbert, but I already know what he thinks. That he's a great quarterback. He sucks. Can we stop saying he's a young gun? Put him in the same breath as Burrow or Mahomes. He sucks. He sucked in college, never won anything. Oregon got worse with him. He sucks in the pros. And let me tell you something. I don't care if you throw a tight spiral, have a good arm, good-looking, big, tall guy. Jeff George with all those things. He sucks. Jamarcus Russell could throw 200 yards. He sucks. This guy doesn't make one play when you need him. I am so sick of the media fallacious. Oh, that's a beautiful spiral. That's an exquisite pass. You know what's not exquisite? Scrambling 30 yards to your right when you're up 6-0. Just got a turnover plus territory. You throw across your body 50 yards into double coverage and get picked and let them right back into the game. I don't like throwing a 7-yard out, 10 yards over Lad McConkey's head. Pick 6 cost your team the game. This guy stinks. How about you win something? Just because you have tools, it doesn't mean they all fit. This guy's a fraud, a bum, and stay on the West Coast.
That's a strong shred. Let me tell you another shred, though. Here's 4th and 2. You're the offensive coordinator of the Chargers. 4th and 2. Here's a great idea on 4th and 2. Let's throw a 1-yard snag route to Quentin Johnston against Derek freaking Stingley, the best corner in the NFL. And not only that, let's keep throwing it. Hey, Justin, throw it at Stingley again. Another interception. I mean, Stingley and Lassiter were running the routes for the Chargers. The coverage couldn't have been any better. I don't care if they had Dan Fouts and Phillip Rivers on the field with full protection. There was nobody open. Even the 80-yard touchdown to McConkey, he's draped on by two Texans. So they really didn't have any separation anywhere. But I do agree, it all comes down to the quarterback, but they were messing with the wrong cat. Anybody that attacks Stingley needs a brain transfusion.
So Lad McConkey, 197 yards. Next highest receiver, Will Dissly, 16 yards.
Yeah, Will Dissly had one of the interceptions bounce off his head.
It's every year. All right. Listen, the guy threw more interceptions on Saturday. I don't remember where they played at this point. They threw the whole season. Justin wants to talk about the Bucs and why they suck. Justin.
Yo.
You're on the air, Justin.
What's going on, guys? I want to talk about...
Nope, not enough energy. It's late night. I'm not even going to hesitate. If you don't have the energy, you're
Come on,
gone.
bring it. Let's go.
This is like a midnight. You can do anything. This is like when you're a kid and you're watching Cinemax late with Shred. Anything can go in this Shred hour. Bryce, what do you got?
Boys, I'm fed up. I can't believe we couldn't get it going tonight. I cannot believe that Mike Evans, he got some dire receptions that he needed to get, but man, we just could not get anywhere with scoring. We could get in the red zone.
Wrong. Nope. Need more. Gonna need more. Let's see what we got with Mike. We'll give another Bucs fan.
Hey, boys, what's going on, man? I just got to shred on Todd Bowles right quick. And, I mean, I'm not the one to really go after head coaches at this point, but honestly, he's a defensive guy. How in the goddamn fuck are we blitzing? We can't get to the quarterback. I get it. Jay Daniels is a freaking athlete, and I know he's going to be the future for Washington, but how in the fuck? We're the division champions. I know we're 10-7. But our defense, every single time our offense, same thing as a Miami Hurricanes fan, defense lets us down with Cam Ward. Defense lets down Mike Evans and freaking Baker Mayfield. Same shit, different toilet paper, same.
Again, I don't know if you watched the game. The two biggest errors were Baker Mayfield and communication. So, I don't know. Bears fan wants to talk about the Packers. This might be nice. Bears, go. D'Amico.
My name's D'Amico Tex, and I'm a big boys Bear fan, all right? Jordan Love went 0 tutties and 3 picks, and he's getting paid $50 fucking million a year, okay? January 6, 2019, 2018 wild card season, Bears double doink, and Packers thought they were safe, all right? Caleb Williams ended your fucking season 0-2 in the Big 25 because of Caleb friggin' Williams.
What do you think of Love as a quarterback right now, Coach?
I'm disappointed in him. I didn't see him do enough. Now, all of his receivers were hurt, Dave. Christian Watson didn't play. Dobbs got hurt. I thought that was a big loss. And then later in the game, they lose Reed. I mean, they're throwing to a couple free agent college guys against the #1 pass defense in the NFL. But Love has got to set his feet, make some throws. The interceptions were costly. The first 2 interceptions, he still had a full contingent of Packer receivers. I was very disappointed in him today, and I think he's had a lot of injuries. I don't know how much the elbow bothered him, but Philadelphia got after their ass today pretty good.
Let's go to a voicemail. Steelers fan wants to congratulate Tomlin on another winning season.
Hey guys, it's Casper here from Wheeling, West Virginia. I just want to call and say a big fucking thanks and congratulations to Mike Tomlin on another fucking winning season. It was fantastic. 10-8, just what we all hoped for. I was looking so forward to it. Week 1, I knew it. I said if we could just get to 9-10 wins, what a success. And we'll have another Hall of Fame year for Mike Tomlin. And what's even better, hey, it's not enough that he gets a winning season. Why not just get our asses kicked by our number 1 rival in the playoffs to top it all?
That's a great
I can't wait. Let's do it again next year.
Get that guy's name. Get his name and address, Dave. Let's send him something. That's a great shred.
He's right. That's your arch rival. And to lose by just watching a team run for 9,000 yards on your face, that has to be the most degrading, humiliating thing. And I don't know if you saw, there's been big discussion, but Pickens, did you guys see that press conference he had after the game?
Did.
Yeah, they said, did the offense make any progress? He goes, yeah, we were making progress. He goes, so you guys going to be better or something next year? He goes, nah. Now, there's a lot of, what was the exact word?
Optimistic.
Yeah, so what it was, he goes, did you guys improve? Yes. So you're optimistic for next season? Nah. Now, there's a lot of debate. He may not know what optimistic means because it was such a odd way to deliver it. Like, it didn't look like he was trying to steamroll anybody. He was trying to be like, yeah, we made some progress. I don't know. That clip kind of sums up what's going on in Pittsburgh right now.
I agree, Dave. And by the way, Dave, you look really fresh in there. I've been in the dungeon here with Jersey Jerry. I had to go through the torture of watching that ass kicking with them. Now, let's be honest. You can criticize the offense, and like the caller, you can criticize Mike Tomlin. But you got the number 1 highest paid defense in the NFL. TJ Watt, as great as he is, he didn't even show up on the stat sheet. 0 stats. Patrick Queen is the highest paid free agent linebacker. The Ravens ran for 299 yards. Now, you can't blame the coach for everything. This Pittsburgh defense let them down, and they got to be held accountable, and we need to shred where shredding is due.
I'm excited for that game next week with Buffalo against Baltimore. That should be a great one. Let's see. We got Danny, a Packers fan.
Yes, sir. You can hear me?
Of course.
So the defense. All right, defense, absolutely phenomenal, right? Early on, what the fuck is the offense doing? What is going on? So our Packers defense absolutely fucking killed it early on. And then the offense, we just can't fucking recover. We can't do anything?
That's the whole shred. I got a better question, Coach. If you're out there, Coach, and you look back and you got your star wide receiver reading Moby Dick on the sidelines when you don't have the football, what do you do in that situation?
I don't know. I'm speechless on that, Dave. I have no idea what the hell's going on, who's monitoring the sidelines, but they might as well bring an English professor down there to teach class. It made me sick letting a receiver do that during a game. I don't care who it is. But now, I go back. Go ahead.
What if he said, that's what I thought, and then you read it, you saw the book, and the book has come out now. The book is basically a self-help book on how to stay in the moment and be Does that change it? Like he's trying to stay locked in by reading a little passage here in his book, or there's no reading on a Gruden sideline?
No, I'm just learning these things. There's no props allowed on the field. If you have a touchdown, you can't pull out a cell phone or a Sharpie, and you can't read a book on the sidelines. It just can't happen. Roger Goodell, somebody in the league office needs to make a note of this. I saw Jim McMahon with a headband. You can't do that. You certainly can't be reading literature during a football game. That's not right.
It would have been something if it was.
But I go back to the caller. Let's go back to the caller.
Go back.
The caller's asking about the Packer offense. Had it not been for Josh Jacobs, an ex-Raider, by the way, they wouldn't have scored today. They didn't get their tight ends going. I kept looking for Tucker Kraft and Musgrave. He's healthy, a second-round draft choice. Didn't see the tight ends get involved at all. But you got to give Philly credit, Dave. I think they proved their defense is legit. and I liked their fourth quarter pass rush. They closed them out at the end, and they were hitting. They knocked some of these Packers. They knocked them down hard today.
Jacobs, 121 total yards and a touchdown. Their only offense.
Let's go to call number 17 here. Steelers fan says Russell Wilson, the biggest pussy he's ever seen. Wait, we get the delay. It comes.
Damn it, I've had pussy from here to Mexico, and I ain't ever seen a bigger one than Russell fucking Wilson. You goddamn know what I'm saying? He got 11-point fucking spread in a rivalry game in the goddamn playoffs. That's fucking pathetic. Put his ass on the fucking bench.
I don't even know what he's playing. I didn't think Russell played that badly, to be honest. I mean, he didn't play great. He's 100 years old. Let's go to the Steelers fan screams about the team. They have a right to be mad. We'll give another Steelers shred here.
What the fuck are the Steelers doing? What the fuck? 300 yards of offense in the first half? This is a bunch of fucking guys that are ready to go to fucking Cancun! Ah! Mike Tomlin needs to fucking go! Get him out! Fuck! I don't even know what the fuck to say! The Rams can fucking run the ball every play if they wanted to! I don't want a single fucking person on this team next year! Fuck! Get him out! Get him out!
Is that Sam Kinison?
You want to coach this team? Go ahead. I'll give you the keys. Ah!
It does sound like Sam Kinison.
Let me tell you something. We used to have this thing. We called it the first 15, Dave. It's the first 15 plays of the game. I learned this from Bill Walsh way back in the day. You try to get off to a good start. Hey, let's get a lead. Let's make a few first downs. Let's get some momentum going. Do you know that in the 5 Pittsburgh playoff games, the last 5 times they've lost all 5, they've been outscored 63-0 in the first quarter. They just can't get started. They fall behind. Then they start losing confidence and they lose control of the game. Something's got to change at the beginning of the game. The pregame meal, the pregame speech, or the plays they run. They just can't come out of the locker room and jump on anybody, and it's killing them.
And there is nothing worse than the gut punch when it looked like maybe after the first half they were trying to get back in the game. They score, and it's like I saw Jerry. He's starting to get a little momentum, and then they just hand it up the middle. Poof, gone. 50-yard touchdown right between the tackles.
Dave, we're sitting there. The first play of the game, they throw it to Freiermuth. It clanks off his head. Then they have fourth down. They have fourth down in 1.5 millimeters, and they punt. And I really thought Jersey Jerry – I thought Jersey Jerry was going to go postal on me. I was really concerned. They don't have any confidence with their offense, and it shows.
So a little behind the scenes is that Mike Tomlin was the secondaries coach for the 2002 Bucs that won the Super Bowl. He's in Coach Gruden's coaching tree. Jerry is just verbally assaulting him the entire first half.
I just want to go home.
Just crushing him.
I want to leave.
He has no idea he's in Gruden's tree. Hilarious.
I mean, that was a perplexing move to punt when you can't stop the guy anyways. Do we have the Eddie shred? Is that on the thing? No, Eddie, somebody shredded our guy Eddie because he was playing bocce, and I guess the stream ended before the finals. So I was curious to hear that. Let's do then the 110. This guy deserves a shred. We're not going to stay here all day, but and I'm not going to even read the 19. We're going to have some class here. I'm not even going to read the shred that says Steelers fans wants a Marshall plane crash. That's over the line. We won't do that shred. That's way too much. But I will do the 110 Quentin Johnson shred. Quentin Johnson deserves a shred.
Hey, yo, this is just a straight shred for Quentin Johnson. All right. I have never seen a receiver of his build be so ass ever in my life, bro. 6'4", 215, 5 targets in a game, in a playoff game, and you give me zero. I could be in section 400 in the NRG Stadium. Justin Herbert throws it to me 5 times. I could give you that stat line. This is the worst. Bro, I swear he is the worst receiver I've ever seen in my life. I hope he does better, but fuck. Damn.
It's not a good sign with this guy because when he does catch it, the announcers always act surprised. Like when he catches it, they always mention, it's like he's had trouble catching the ball, so he caught it there. He's a tank, but he's no good. Let's end it. We'll do a abbreviated because it's been a long day for everybody involved. See if we do a call or well, we know Jaden Daniels is better. We'll go to the Bucks. We'll give Matt in honor of Steven. By the way, this is one of the things that I'll do a quick shred on you, which is why a lot of people don't like you. Because your team just got eliminated, and you look like happy as, a clam over there.
I'm not very thrilled to be here right now. For us to get doinked out of the first round on our home field against a rookie quarterback is not how I want to be spending my Sunday night.
What about your coach?
I thought if I'm being fair, I thought Bowles was fine today. The fumble on the jet sweep, we run that play a lot. We run that play once a game with either Sterling Shepard or Jalen McMillan. The timing was off. The center is a very good rookie center. Fucked it up on the 3rd and 1. I agree with Coach. You can't really go for it there if you're down 3, 4 minutes, 50 seconds left at 4th and 4 after you just had 2nd and 1. It's tough. I think we got, if I'm being fair, I think we got beat by a better team, but it sucks because we did not play our best game at all.
All right, Matt, also a Bucks fan.
Somebody just fucking called in and said Russell Wilson is the biggest pussy ever. That's not even fucking true. It's Stephen fucking Cheah. He let fucking Barstool Nate walk all over him like he's a fucking clown. He's sitting there like with a fucking smile on his face. Wipe that fucking smile off, you fucking dumb bitch. What the fuck are you doing? Your team just lost in the fucking playoffs to the fucking Commanders. They haven't fucking won a game since 2005 in the fucking playoffs. What the fuck are you doing, Stephen Cheah? Second, Todd Bowles looks like he smells shit on the sideline every time I see him. He looks like he smells fucking shit. He doesn't know how to manage time. He doesn't know how to call a fucking timeout. Coach Gruden, we need you to come back to Tampa Bay and lead us to a fucking Lombardi. I'm tired of this bullshit.
God, Steven, you're getting hit hard, man.
I'm getting hit hard. I mean, I'm already at the bottom right now. My team fucking got doinked out of the playoffs. I didn't think it seemed like a clusterfuck. I didn't think the timeout at the end of the first half was too bad. They're on the 12-yard line.
You scored anyway.
We scored. 12 seconds left. 17 seconds left. 2 timeouts. You're on the 12-yard line. I didn't think they fucked up that bad. I think he had PTSD from the Kansas City game where he totally fucked that up.
Hey, we knew they had to score more than 20 points, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to win scoring 20 points. We had 2 4th-down stops. The Buccaneer defense did. The Bucs defense did what they had to do to win the football game. You got to be able to hand it off. Is it that hard, Dave? Could you get under the center and hand the freaking ball off? Can you snap it on a hard count or on one at this point in the season? Is that what we're talking about? I would be sick losing a game for those 2 reasons right there, and I know Buccaneer fans are sick.
Yeah.
And even if I'm remembering, I remember you saying it, Steve, wasn't there I forget exactly what it was, but I heard you say, like, ooh, that's as good as an interception. There was a flag that extended, I think, in the very beginning of the game on the Bucs. Was that a 3rd down?
Yeah. It was the sack, the Yaya Diaby sack, defensive holding, where it was like 3rd and 10.
Huge.
We get a sack.
Huge,
it's a ticky-tack, very ticky-tack holding call that extended the drive. They
Too many mistakes. It's a game of mistakes in this league. This league, it's no rocket science, especially in the playoffs, whomever makes the least mistakes. But you get a lot of these pretender teams. This first weekend, Chargers, pretenders. Bucks, pretenders. Steelers, pretenders. A lot of teams, they're not real Super Bowl contenders. You look next week, the teams, now we're getting the big boys, teams that can actually play for Lombardi. None of this crap. This is just watching. Let the gamblers have some fun. But these teams, most of them, they don't have a shot. Like the Bucks have a shot. The Rams don't have a shot. I don't even think the Vikings have a shot. There's what? 5? Who has a shot? We can end it here. Who has a shot to win the Super Bowl? I'll start with you, Steven. Who has a shot?
Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Lions, Eagles. I give 5.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. You know, I'll say this too, Dave, before we sign off. If you watched the first half, which I know you did, I was sitting next to Steven in the front row. And I brought 3 Buccaneer hats from home. I wore a Buck hat. I gave one to Jake. I gave one to Steven. And I'm sitting in the front row watching my former team. And I had to leave. I don't know if you watched the second half, but I was standing behind the wall, behind Big Cat and behind Jersey Jerry, because people here at Barstool were throwing shit at Steven. I mean, they were throwing shit at Steven, and I was getting hit. Steven is not well liked here. I'm concerned about the future of Steven here in this building. That's why I'm anxious to get away from him and leave, go back to Florida.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's the shred line. One more game left in playoffs, and then we get into the real business, the real teams that have a chance at this thing. And I'm excited because I think any of those that you mentioned have a legitimate chance to win this thing. So it's wide open. Thank you. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
See you guys.